Hello and welcome back to Cajun Curiosities. In this video, I'm going to show how I remove and replace a tip on a pool cue for a customer. I'll also show the process of conditioning the shaft. So sit back and watch as I go through all the steps. First, I'll go ahead and cut off the old tip. I'll do this probably about 1,000 RPMs and just take my time and take small, thin kerfs. Good. Now that that's done, I'm just going to scratch the face of the ferrule with some 100 grit sandpaper. And that way I have some little scores in the face so that the CA glue can hold on to. Here you can see 100 grit sandpaper. And it's time to sand the bottom of the tip that's going to glue to the ferrule. Just want to make sure it's flat and scored. Next, I'm going to use Instacure medium CA glue. Just a drop will do it, and spread it around. Just kind of work that tip around and spread it so I have full coverage. Hold it there for a second or two, and then press it against the ferrule with my cross sled just pushed up against it and tighten down. Let it wait about 5 minutes. Here you can see I'm done. Pull it off, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this tip flush with the ferrule. It takes a number of passes. You want to take a little bit off at a time, and eventually I'll get the sandpaper out here and round off the tip, flush out the sides. I'll go through a number of sandpaper grits, starting with 100, going to 150, 220, 400, 600, and 1,000. And the finer grit sandpaper I use, here you can see 400 grit. The finer grit I use, the faster I turn the lathe. So you don't want to put some really deep cuts in any of this stuff. Basically, I'm just lightly sanding all this stuff. You can see I just went to the 600, and now I'm going to apply the 1,000 grit, and I'm back up to about 1,200 RPMs. Now I want to put some oil in the tip. You always want to keep your tips moist, so I rub my hand up against the tip, and it's just the oils of my hand, and that holds the chalk on. It keeps the leather moist, just like a leather baseball glove. You'd put oil in it and throw a baseball in it and wrap it up with rubber bands. You want to keep all kinds of leathers nice and moist, and oil's the best. Just the palm of your hand will work fine. So here I've got the tip looking fine, and it's time to go ahead and give the little bonus that I give customers after I do their tips. I go ahead and condition their shafts. So I'll turn the steady rest around, grab the shaft cleaner you see me here with, and get some napkins and just rub that shaft cleaner in there. Turn the lathe on and let it spin also, and clean up the cue chalks and the different hand oils and stuff that people get on their shafts. And you can see I have the lathe spinning here, and I'm just cleaning it with shaft cleaner. I get this stuff from Q-Man Billiards, in case you want to look that up. And it really cleans the shafts almost back to the color of the wood. Remember, I haven't taken any of the finish off, and here I'm just smoothing the shaft out with 1,000 grit sandpaper sponge, and I'm not even getting into the finish. I mean, to tell you the truth, there's nothing coming off of this shaft. I'm just smoothing it out and making it smooth like silk. Then you can see here I have some wax, also from Q-Man Billiards. It's Q-Wax, and I put it on a rag. Be careful when you're doing something like this that the rag doesn't, bunch up and catch. And you want to squeeze it really tight if you can, as tight as it can start to burn your fingers, because you need to get that wax hot and almost liquefied. There, you can see I'm burning my fingers and I'm holding on so tight, and I got it spinning pretty good. I just want it to spread out evenly. Then I'll change to a new part of the rag that's dry and spread it out evenly, hold it really tight, and try to get it really warm. Spreads out nice and even. And then you'll see me move the rag again to another dry spot. And basically this is finishing up the shaft conditioning, and it really is smooth. It just slides like silk in your hand. You don't even need a pool cue glove after this. Now there's a little wax on the ferrule right there where I couldn't spread it with the rag. It builds up there where the steady rest here is holding on. So I'll just take a piece of t-shirt and just remove that. I'll turn the lathe on and hold it in between my fingers and basically clean it up. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, come back to Cajun Curiosities. Don't forget to like and share. Thanks for watching, and God bless.